You're here at Studio Pure with Christine and me and Jeanette on camera, and I am Ahava Felicidad, the holistic hair healer. And today we're just recording a little bit from Christine's journey. So if you've been following or looking at pictures on, right now posting's been on Instagram and a few on Twitter, where you'll begin to see blog posts of her transition to natural and then some other surprise places. But Christine's transitioning to natural from an Affirm relaxer. Now I want to comment on that because it's one of the easiest relaxers that I've found among transitioners who've been to me to transition out of. So Christine has pretty much a kinky curly texture on her sides and the back, and then like a wavy textured hair all in the middle. So of course she is multi-textured. So what does it mean when you're multi-textured? It's all about your DNA. So that's going to show in the different shifts of the curl pattern, kink, coil, loop, spiral of your natural hair. So right now I can see that as her hair is growing out. She had 1.75 inches of growth on our last recorded photo or posting, and I didn't measure today because we're set to measure again in August, at the end of August, so look out for that. So Christine's going to tell you a little bit about how her transition has been and maybe some comments about this back row, which is a challenging area that does often break off first when women are transitioning from a relaxer. What do you got?
So far with my transitioning, it's been a really smooth process. I've really enjoyed the whole entire process and just becoming more confident in how my hair looks and how it's growing. In the beginning, it was a little rough going between it because you really have to break through what you really used to look like in the beginning. But once you really get to embrace what you are and how your hair looks, you become more confident, not only in just how your hair looks, but in all activities of life. And I've noticed myself growing in ways that I have not done before when I used to do perms.
Wow. So wait, what's an example of growth for you?
An example of growth for me is that currently I'm working on a comic, and in the past I really used to have a really hard time working on comics. And I used to be afraid of how people would view my art and how people would think about it. But now, because I have this newfound confidence not only in myself, it has grown into a lot of areas, and I've now expanded in my comic, and a lot of people are looking forward to it, and I have a whole lot of followers now.
Excellent. And then what about the back, like in the hair part? Because I know there are a few things happening for you in terms of the confidence level and boosting. And you're also a college student, and you're doing Dr. Brown's Healing Water. I want you to give a little bit of comments on that, because our college students who are doing Dr. Brown's Water, notice that they write papers in like half the time. So I get these messages about, oh, a paper that used to take me 5 hours takes me half the time, and then the softening in my hair and difference in skin, and you said confidence. I'm hearing a lot more about that. So it's confidence in terms of like well-bodied plus your hair experience.
Yes.
Well, what about this back row? What was happening? You told me something in the chair about this back row. What was happening with the relaxer?
With the relaxer, when I used to get my hair relaxed, I was burning with an iron, a flat iron. And what happened was that when I got it relaxed, unfortunately it caused my hair to break off every 2 sessions that I used to go in. Now, when I went over into transitioning, because I no longer had to deal with the relaxing and the harsh chemicals, my hair was able to grow back fuller than ever. And where it used to break off at certain limbs is now fully restored, and it's still growing.
Oh, let's take a look at it. I'll have you turn. So back here is where she had the breakage, and she's like, look, I'm really happy, like I feel better about this area in the back. And it was like some things like that seem, it's so small, it's like those little things where it's growing in the back. So what we do is we comb coil. So I comb coil that back area, and today she has a cornrow set. So a cornrow style, something that we call, this would be a classic style, and she can do a twist out, or excuse me, a braid out, and knows how to roll the end if she wants a little bit of a curl pattern on the end. So we're here at Studio Pure, and it's hair healing and styling. They're great experiences. You can check out pictures. Christine was drawing during her sessions. I got to check out some of her artwork, which was cool because, as you know, I love artists and supporting art. So our hands are our first tools, and so you're loving the transition.
Loving it.
Excellent. So come transition here, or if you've already big chopped, you can come in for classes, services, memberships even for students. So we have the MHS grad, class of 2012, MHS grad class of 1993, that being Montclair High School, Shout out to all the Montclair High people and everybody from Montclair, New Jersey, our hometown. And now she's an MSU student, right?
Yeah.
MSU, and then I'm Temple University. And we have Jeanette, who you have not seen yet, who you will see one day, attending Rutgers University in the fall. 973-619-285 styling. We'll see you.